You've now gone and done it, Mr. Done It. He's only
I
gone and
have,
done
I
it.
have. So I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see that? That says
12,
12,
12.
12, 12, 12.
Magical numbers.
So that bloody sticker has been on my computer screen for 3 years, and that was a target weight I was wanting to get to. And over the past 3 years, I've generally been about a stone heavier than that. And today I am 12, 12. So
Oh, imagine that.
So that is now coming off my computer after 3 years. So that's the first thing. The second thing I was going to say to you is that it's a wee while ago now, but my blood pressure was reading at 200 over 120. That, my friends, is not good. And it was basically a reflection on living a very riotous lifestyle. So last week, when I was on this, or 10 days ago, I was on blood pressure tablets, and I said, it was very technical what I said. I said, fuck this for a game of soldiers. I'm going to come off the meds. So I came off the meds. I didn't ask anybody. I didn't tell anybody. I'm my own doctor. I took them off. And this morning I took my blood pressure reading. It's the lowest it's ever been. It's 117 over 77, which by any stretch of the imagination is normal. And then the third thing about my health is I've been going to a chiropractor. Well, this is only my second time in the chiropractor that I went last Friday after being on the fast for 9 days or so. And the previous visit was a month ago, and holy shit, I thought he was going to kill me. The amount of manipulation and adjustments he did, it was excruciating. This time, he hardly touched me. And he said, the whole inflammation has gone out of your body. That was fasting. What else was I wanting to say to you? It's incredible, just as I was speaking to you here just now, just as you were speaking to me, two things just kind of jumped off the walls, almost literally. And one is just a book in front of me, it's you have spoken, Jay, about happiness quite a few times in this fast, because the fast is so much more than simply losing weight. And this is a stoic philosophy, the daily stoic. And one of the entries, in fact, it's for tomorrow, because it's a page for each day. And tomorrow's message is this: the enemy of happiness. And it says, it is quite impossible to unite happiness with a yearning for what we don't have. Happiness has all that it wants, and resembling the well-fed, there shouldn't be hunger or thirst. Now that's wisdom there, that's wisdom. And that speaks directly to your message, Jay, during this whole fast. And it speaks to just the truth of living in the now. It's just so powerful. And there's something intangible about this fast that's so profound. And the last thing I was going to say, and this is a reflection directly of you and who you are, Jay, there's a lot of people talk the talk. You walk the walk, and that makes the world of difference. And the final thing I'm going to say, and this, it just honestly caught my eye. I didn't even remember this was on the wall. And there was a card on my wall, and my peripheral vision just caught it there just now. And I was saying, is that not appropriate? Because it's still speaking to Jay Mannion and this experience and what fun it's been. And the card says this: you say fuck a lot. I like that about you. That's me.
That is brilliant. Wow, that was absolutely, the energy that come out of that was brilliant, mate. It's really interesting, Ian, as well. I mean, we met, it was the course, wasn't it? That's got to be 5 years ago. It's got to be 5 years ago.
Easy.
Yeah, that course, and obviously to reconnect now, and obviously this is the most we've connected, as in this journey that we've been on, and obviously you're on your own journey. It's been so nice to reconnect, because it brought back a lot of memories, because that that course was when I was at the beginning of the course, rock bottom. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember, in the beginning of that course, they said, write an intention of what it is you want. I remember writing intention. I have no intention of becoming a coach. My intention is to learn more about me, because I'd seen in my coach, someone that I'd known for a long time, like a change, and I wanted that change, which at that point was the wrong reasoning, as in I shouldn't have wanted it for someone else's change. However, I just knew in me intentionally I wanted a change. And the fact these years later, mate, you've jumped on this course, obviously wanting some things to change, which is great, because that's where we should always be in life. It's been great, mate, and you've been a real important part of the course. For me, you've brought a lot of memories to where a lot of things started in my. That was really when I was going through my self-help thing. That's when I was looking at all the books, Power of Now, Power of Intentions, and all the rest of it to try and find myself. And what you've seen is obviously my evolution in myself, and which is definitely apparent in this course about how much now. I mean, at that point, you know, I was looking for happiness in me. That was my intention. I'd lost sight of that. Now the message is, right, I've found it. You lose it at times. However, I've found it. Now it's about, do you know what? Everyone innately, inherently deserves to feel this way, to make these choices.
Absolutely.
To feel happy in yourself and say fuck a lot.
Yeah. Jay, can I just say two things very, very quickly?
Oh, mate.
Although I get on great with people, I am not really a team player. I'm a bit of a lone wolf. And, you know, not surprisingly, there's a bit of baggage in behind all of that. I'm fiercely independent. I like to do my own thing, and I like to say fuck a lot as well. So that's the first thing I was going to say. But what I was going to say to people that are maybe looking at this video or any video and thinking, is this for me? I would say, just go into a room, get with yourself, shut the door, shut the windows, just listen to yourself, and don't be pushed into this. Don't be pushed into this. Be pulled, and listen to your own voice and what your energy is telling you. And the final thing I'm going to say, Jay, you reflecting on 6 years ago when I was a trainer on a coach training course with you. I still do that course as a trainer. So I've trained hundreds of people along with some really experienced coach trainers who are much more proficient than I will ever be, but I am who I am. But I remember distinctly you in that course. I never had any one-to-one with you as such, even though I was a mentor to a group. You weren't part of the group I mentored. And there was 85 people on the screen, so you'd a pixelated screen, you'd all these tiny little photos and people speaking. And everybody was special, but I can say to you, Jay Mannion, you stood out 6 years ago.
Thanks, mate. That's such a lovely thing to say. It really is, because that was a big turning point in my life. Was when there was one of the calls where I finally, because I knew in that course, this is when it all broke for me. This is when I faced myself. This is when I faced abuse, and this was after making that video about being abused, showing my wife, which was the first person, then showing my coach, Harry, who you know, he was the second person, and then it was my I'll never forget the day I knew I was going on that call to announce to everyone that I got abused as a kid, because I knew it was the thing I needed. So I was like, oh my God, that's what this course is for. This is that clearer. And so that course and that experience and that moment, that was everything for me. That was the change. That was when everything, grief kicked in, everything started working towards getting better at the end of the day, because I'm still doing it, still working towards it. I don't think you ever just work, you just keep working towards working. That's how I find being a human anyway. You're always trying to work a bit better. So mate, honestly, that was, you've really boosted me up there. It felt amazing listening to you say that, and I'm so glad that you chose to join in this time round. And yeah, thank you, mate.
And so am I. All power to you.
Nice one. Wow, thanks very much. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. So